I got invited to go with Gino and speak at Google. And so we got to go head of Google and go up there. And I was also invited to go to meet Warren Buffett. I didn't have an opportunity to do it, but I didn't go. But that was another awesome thing. Other things that were kind of cool was San Francisco $1 Million Listing interviewed me, and I was going to be on that. I don't know, it's kind of different things. What else, Sula? I don't know. I mean, a lot of little things have happened. This is something that I've struggled with, was not understanding who I was. They say fake it till you make it, which I understand, but I used to wear suits every day. I used to be someone who I wasn't. And so now I wear what I want to wear. I wear my cowboy boots, jeans every day to wear. This is what I wear to work typically. This or a black shirt. And through my coaching, through my training, I found that I want to work with people who want to work with me for who I am. I don't want to change who I am for who they are in that sense, right? And so at my lunch with Jim Minke, I was done. I was ready to quit. Had no money, just a couple $100 to my name, a tank of gas, selling carpet, doing all these different jobs, and it just was not a well-balanced life. That's when he introduced me to the seminar in San Jose, the Buffini seminar, and I went there. And later that seminar, I signed up for the CRM, which opened the door. I went to lunch with Jim Minke. He invited me, insisted that I come with him because he knew where I was. I was lost. I was broke in financially and personally. And he said, this is where we need you to be. I don't know. Go. He invited me. That's what it was. We sat down. Okay, Jim and I sat down, and when Jim and I sat down at lunch, he told me all about how he works by referral. He asked me to join him at the Buffini San Jose seminar. I said, let's do it. I trust him. He's a good mentor, and his relationship meant a lot to me, especially in our industry. And I went to the tour with him. At the tour, that's where I signed up for. At the seminar, that's where I signed up for Buffini & Company, the CRM. My life was out of control. I was working out of scarcity. I was about to quit the real estate industry. Quitting the real estate industry was a real thing in my head, and I was done. I only had a couple $100 left in my name, a tank of gas, and a good friend, Jim Minke, invited me to go to lunch. At lunch, he talked to me all about how he runs his business by referral. And I looked at him and looked at his life, and he was just so well-rounded, a family man, hardworking, top producer in the area. And he invited me to go with him to the San Jose seminar. And so I decided to go. And at the seminar, my mind was just blown away with what I learned. Learning that you can live a good life and be in the real estate industry and have balance in your life was something that was new to me. It really was. I knew I wanted it, but my life was not that. It was chaotic. And just seeing the glimpse of that balance pushed me to sign up for the CRM because that's all I could afford. Affording the CRM, I was just like, oh, this is great, right? But I know I needed to take another step. And so after another sale or two, I went forward and decided to hire a coach. And I said, I'm going to give it 1 year. And that's the year that changed my life. I hate seeing this industry and people working out of that scarcity, and then they don't listen. They don't listen. Once I got some structure, that was the year that changed my life. Once I got some structure in my life, structure that was geared towards me as an individual and the way I work, it allowed me to be free. Through just a little structure, a little accountability, a little coaching, I then took a step back and got to see my business and my life and see which direction do I want to head in. And year over year, I've had my best year ever. And my first year, in the Success Tour, Brian said, let's write your goals down. So I wrote 100,000 as my goal, but then I crossed it out. I didn't cross it out. I wrote 150,000. And that same year I hit 200,000. Or, oh shoot, I think it was 150. I have to look, but I'm not good with numbers, as you can tell. You know, I work out of the relationship and it just keep going. So, this is the book. This is my book from, the San Jose Success Tour. I keep all my books because I just like to reflect in them. And so when I'm feeling low or feeling whatever, I actually go back in here. And one of the things that really swayed me was the biblical principles in the back. And how, you know, there's a law of a harvest, and how you, by honoring relationships and loving on others, that's really all you need to do. And being consistent with it, right? Pareto's principle, 80-20 rule. Let me find this page. But there it is. I mean, so this is the book that I had in my San Jose seminar. A few years back. I don't know if it has the year on it or not, but at the seminar, Brian said, let's take a breakaway. Let's talk about your best year ever. Right? And so when I was at the seminar, he said, I really want you to challenge yourself. So I'm like, well, let's see. I've made 1 sale 1 year, 2 sales another year, maybe 3 sales a third year. So this is my, 4th year or so. 100 grand. And then I said, no, I'm going to challenge myself. Let's do 150 grand. And later that year, I got over $150,000 in sales. And I knew this was the right step for me. Looking back at the small things that I've learned here and applying them to my business with a coach and with accountability, it's been life-changing. It really has. It really has. That was the years that changed my life.
I'm sorry, looking at me.
Okay. That was the year that changed my life. This is the actual workbook from the San Jose seminar where I decided to write down $100,000. But then Brian said, I want you to challenge yourself. I wrote 150,000 down. And that's the year I surpassed that. That was the year that changed my life. This last year, my GCI was $623,000. My expenses went down by $20,000, and I've taken off more time than I've ever taken off in my life. And I took off 2.5 months. And in this 2.5 months, I got married. I went on a long honeymoon. I went multiple times to different countries, Mexico, different states. We went on long road trips. We really living the good life. My personal life is more balanced. I am going to, let me think how I'm going to say this. My personal life is more balanced. I'm spending time with my grandparents, spending time with my parents, my family, my wife, quality time, understanding how to be well balanced in regards to health, finance, how to invest, and how to have the right pathways to lead to success, more success. Okay, some of the things we enjoy doing together: kayaking. We love to hammock. We live right on the coast and it's beautiful. We love to watch movies. We love to eat great food and go out to different restaurants. We love to travel. Anything we can do to travel, we travel. Whether it's in Mexico going on road trips to random small cities, or if it's going up the West Coast to Seattle. We love to travel. Hawaii. Experiencing new things and meeting new people is something we have an extreme passion for. I actually often do think about what my life would have been if I worked for a tech company. And I wouldn't have this much time and this much freedom. I wouldn't have this well-rounded life. I have my retirement plan. I have ample time off. My wife now works with me. We take time off together. We have a real estate team. We're looking to buy more property. We really are living the good life. Life is great. You know, we're living a well-balanced life. I'm going to church, and I'm in men's groups. I spend time with my wife. I know when to take a call or when not to take a call for work. Being well balanced is really something, the 5 circles of life: spending time with family, or personal time, personal development or coaching in different areas of my life. These are gateways that have never been opened before. And I still have, I'm trying to think. My phone, you know, you always hear bling, bling, bling. I'm probably one of the only millennials you ever meet that has no vibrator on my phone, has no really alerts, and it's usually my phone is face down. I used to have my phone face up, and literally at the toilet or at the dinner table or at whatever, someone's calling, I gotta take this, you know, and learning and understanding how to live a well-rounded life. Those clients can wait, you know, in a lot of sense. And so what I try to do is limit that. Before coaching and having the accountability in my life there, I'd have to take every call. Every call that came in, I would answer it. And I would quickly answer it. And it would interrupt old sections of my life, whatever that was, because business was number one. But with the coaching, I learned that